Hi, welcome to another midweek motivation. Now, last week I spoke about the magic of music and how music can change how you feel, change your emotions, and give you a lift or make you feel energized. This week, I'd like to speak to you about the magic in you and how you can do that because we can't always rely on music to change our mood, but we can rely on ourselves to change our mood if we learn that skill. And it is a skill, it takes practice, no doubt about that. But with practice, you can learn to change how you're feeling. Now, the easiest way to do that is simply by, first of all, becoming aware of how you feel and acknowledging the feeling. So Einstein once said you can't change a problem, solve a problem, from the level of consciousness that created it. And so how do we solve the problem of an emotion or a feeling that's just not working for us? Well, what we do is we observe it and then we shift our level of consciousness to look back at it and work out the solution. So how does that work? First of all, if you're constantly sad, then what you have to do is observe the sadness, perhaps journal it, write it down, feel the emotion. We have to feel our emotions, but work out why we're feeling that way. But don't get caught up in staying there by constantly repeating over, I'm sad because of this, I'm sad because of this, I'm sad because of, okay, so you're sad because of this, or I'm angry because of this. What you have to do is acknowledge it. You've acknowledged it. This is the reason why I'm sad, or this is the reason why I'm upset. Then what you have to do is totally shift your level of consciousness to solve that problem. How do we do that? Well, you have to come from a totally different place. Sadness, anger, depression, aggression, all of these are lower levels of consciousness. So how do you raise your level of consciousness? Quite simply, coming back to your heart and feeling grateful. Love, gratitude, joy. Now, we can't go from anger to joy. It's too big a jump. But what we can do is express our anger, express our sadness, and then we can take control. A few things that can do that is the deep breathing. Long, slow, deep breaths will help with your amygdala, so that when you're angry, you go into that fight or flight response, and then there's cortisol and stress hormones released from your amygdala, and it's hard to change things. You know, it is difficult. So what you want to first do is take control of that hindbrain, and by taking some long, slow, deep breaths. So become aware that your emotions are heading in a direction you don't want them to, and then change by long, slow, deep breaths. That's not enough. You have to change your thought patterns as well and say, okay, I am experiencing sadness, or I am experiencing anger. Now, I say experiencing, don't say I am angry, because there's a huge difference in the language you use as well. I am angry is making me angry. I'm taking it as part of my being. It's part of who I am. And your subconscious mind will say you are angry, so therefore it will keep you there. So it's important to say, I am experiencing anger. How can I change this? Because an experience will pass. Your being is who you are. Experiences pass. So never take it upon yourself to say, I am miserable, I am sad, I am angry. Then that is going to make it really a lot more difficult to let that emotion go. Don't take it upon yourself. Observe it and say, I'm experiencing anger. How can I change this? I'm experiencing sadness. I'm open to something better. So use the right language as well. So when you've expressed that you're experiencing that emotion, be open to a different experience. So how do we do that? We're aware that we're here, we want to shift our level of consciousness, and we're ready to experience something better. So how do we do that? We shift by going into that higher energy consciousness, which always comes from love, joy, and that gratitude we feel. So the simplest way I've found to do that is to put your hand in your heart, do the deep breathing, close your eyes, and just think of something you're grateful for, someone you love, and feel that emotion. When it may take a minute or two, with practice you can connect to it quite quickly. I'm pretty good now. I can connect to it quite quickly, and I can snap out of things quite quickly. Sometimes I still get angry. Sometimes I still feel sad, but I never stay there. I'm never sad for long. I'm never angry for long. I can snap out of it so that I can shift myself and pull myself back to a happier place, which is how you live a happier life. We all face our stresses. We all face angry moments. The secret is not to stay there. So if you can put your hand in your heart, first of all, you have to take control. It's a mind, body, spirit thing. You have to take control of that brain, that angry brain or that miserable brain or whatever's happening with you. So you have to take the long, slow, mindful breaths. That will calm the amygdala, make you feel calm, and then you can think calmer thoughts. Then you can say to yourself, okay, I am willing to feel better. I'm listen to whatever you're feeling grateful for. Come from a place of gratitude and love, because you cannot come from a place of gratitude and love and be genuinely feeling gratitude and love and be angry. They're totally different levels of consciousness. So if you want to solve this lower level consciousness problem you have, come back to a high level of consciousness and then reflect back and ask yourself, why was I angry? Or why was I sad? I'm not saying ignore your emotions and feelings. You're angry, you're sad, it's for a reason. Sometimes you may look at it and think, oh, it was just so silly, it's ridiculous, and let it go. Sometimes it may be a bigger issue that you have to work on, but at least you're aware of the issue and you need to work on it. Sometimes you need to make changes, but don't stay stuck. That's the secret. Don't stay stuck in any emotion if it's not a good emotion. Try and get out of it as quickly as you can without denying it. Become aware of it, work on it, but you have to do that by snapping out of that level of consciousness. Come back to your heart, love and light, as they say, and you really can. You can change your life. I've done it bit by bit over the years, where I've learned to take control of my thoughts, and in time I can change my state quite quickly, even if I'm upset or angry. I'm usually, give me 5 or 10 minutes, I can go away and I can tuck myself round and I'm happy again. I come back to being happy. Happy now is my set point. Some people live at a lower set point, not happy all the time. I'm basically happy all the time, but I do get sad. I do still get stressed, and occasionally I get angry. A lot less than I used to 20 years ago. I remember I was quite a fiery person, but now I'm a lot calmer than I've ever been. So yeah, take control of your thoughts, feelings and emotions, and yeah, it can change your life for the better. Have a good week.